all through high school, I've just kind of been a natural leader on the team, and God's really used me to I feel kind of be that person that other girls could look up to. I know that God wants me to do this, but I don't feel like maybe I'm comfortable enough or that I'm the right person. And you know, if I wait till I feel comfortable or I think I'm ready, I'll never do it because I'll never be as ready as I think I should be. So I think SportLinc could help with just being that mentor, being that you can do this. You can do this. God's wanting you to do this. God needs you to be this light in these people's lives. He needs you to make this difference because I'm sure there are so many Christian athletes on campus that just don't feel like they have a resource, don't feel like they have a light, and have just kept their faith inside. Because, I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing for this past year and a half. This past summer, I went on the volleyball tour to Israel, and God just really opened up so many doors and so many opportunities and just opened my eyes to so many things that I didn't feel like I was ready for or that I was comfortable with, but that I needed to see. You know, they taught us how you can glorify God through your sport, and I had never known what that meant. I never knew how I could play for somebody other than myself. And once they told me that, you know, your sport throws you so many different things. You could get injured, you could get cut, you could get benched. But you know what? God sees the talent that you have because he gave you that talent. And you're ultimately playing to use that talent and to glorify him. And once I realized that and once I started playing like that, oh my gosh, it totally changed the way that, you know, I acted. It totally changed the way I felt. The trip to Israel just taught me, you know, to be a natural leader and to just play for God. And that's all who we can play for. And that's the most important thing. Because my freshman year was very difficult for me because, you know, I was just playing for myself, and it was kind of like I almost wasn't even a team player. But once I started turning my focus towards God again and getting my center back on him, it really changed. Just even I felt like my ability kind of increased a little bit because I didn't have so much pressure on myself or from my coach or from my parents or anybody like that because I knew the ability I had and that he gave me. Well, we have a campus of about 2,300 people, and what I want to see is somebody from every sports team being plugged in with AIA if that's possible, and just be in a position where they can go back to their own team, say, oh my gosh, you have to come see this. This is awesome. This is what God's doing in so many other teams' lives, and just see that God is just going to use so many different people. And that's what I want. I want to not just be, a few volleyball players over here or a few football players. I want every sport to be represented and everybody to look and be able to see that person's an AIA by the way that they play their sport, by the way they glorify God through their game. There's tons of people that are lost and just looking for somebody and just need that extra spark, especially with athletes, because we face so many different things that regular students just don't have to deal with. So that's what I want out of Athletes in Action.